Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
along the tower of the missing in Savannah.
And when you come around, and it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? I know I don't have my camera on, and this is on purpose today, but it's not because it's not working. It is actually working, but I just made it in. So I got both cameras off. I just made it in. I had to run out really quick. I was trying to help do some things. Remember, son, his beautiful soul, and all this other stuff. So, you guys, we're going to talk about Tyree's beating today. I guess they had his funeral today, or they're having it right now. They're still in the middle of having his services, and so it's just something I just want to talk about, like a couple of things. And you guys, if you guys want to talk about it, or you want to come up on the panel and talk about it, that's fine. We'll see if we can do it. I'm just so sick and tired of this computer not working like it's supposed to work, that only thing I can do is keep on going like we do. That's what we do. And that's just the way things are. Something don't work. Um, Thank you, Soldier Girl. She said, we still love you beyond that avatar. Yeah, I think the avatar lady is beautiful. I wish I looked like her. I think she's beautiful. She's actually a real person, you guys, to be honest with you. She's a real person in this world right now, today. And yeah, she's a real person. So it's just not, and she knows who she is. So, hopefully we're making her famous. Because other people takes the avatar and then people be like, oh, that's SP. No, it's not. They're taking your avatar. No, they ain't taking my avatar. It's actually you can buy certain avatars and things as long as it's something positive. They're not gonna say nothing. Purple D says yes, the services is ending right now. She looks like Toya, right? Oh, really? Well, I don't know her name, but she is actually a real person. I actually tried to get in touch with her. Hey, we are Cody's voice. Um, and I wish Nancy would call in. I called you a couple of times, Nancy, and you didn't even return my phone call. I just wanted to know what did they do in court. I mean, I think they had court for Corey Bigsby. Is they got another court date? When is trial, or when is going to court for the charges of all the abuse of the other children? I did see that you guys had a visual for Cody. I think it was on the 30th instead of the 31st. And y'all had this beautiful balloon lighted up and it went up in the sky. But the music was in the background, so I couldn't really get nothing out of it. I wish I could have. Hey, this is SP.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm busy. You were calling my old phone number. That phone number doesn't work anymore.
Oh, that phone don't work no more?
It's this phone number that I'm calling you in on now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, remember last time I called in on this number too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put in the chat, I'm calling on a new number.
Okay, I'm gonna have to delete some stuff. It takes me time to get in there and delete, but I'll put your name next to this one.
Okay, so you didn't happen to catch Rhoda Young's live on court date?
No.
Oh my God.
Come on with it.
You want to talk about a SHIT show? That happened that day at court. Okay, so we're in court. We're getting ready for the judge to come out. Amanda from Team Cody gets up, walks over to the uncle and aunt to give them her phone number because of the candlelight vigil. She wanted Tangelina to give her a call. The uncle turned to Amanda and said, you need to back the F away from us. And Amanda was like, and why is that? And he said, because if you're with them, and pointed over to me and Miss Shenette and one other lady. She goes, well, yeah. He goes, and he leaned forward. He goes, and especially that one right there. And you know who he was pointing at? Me.
He was pointing at you?
Pointing at me.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, whatever. So we sat down. Corey is on monitor. He cracks up laughing 2 different times while the judge was reading over the doctor's report for the mental evaluation.
Corey started laughing?
Girl, yes. He started busting out laughing. Okay, we all looked at each other like, it ain't working, Corey, because we know you're sane. So
he was trying to act like he was crazy?
Yes. I've got the still shot of it from whenever it was reported on the news that how he was laughing. You can see right on the news that he's laughing. You can't hear it, but you can see.
So what they say on his evaluation?
Okay. Of course, due not competent. The other doctor from the court's doctor says that he is competent to stand trial.
Okay.
So, judge ordered another mental evaluation because Dudu Brown's doctor was not on the court's list to even give him an evaluation.
Okay.
So now we have to wait till the next evaluation, which next court date is March 31st.
March 31st?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's 60 days from now.
Yeah, that's what he said, because the judge asked the lady next to him, how long did it take? She goes 60 days. So he goes, okay, so we're gonna go 60 days. So that would put it at March 31st. Amina stood up and she's like, well, can you get Elizabeth somebody? And the judge goes, why? She goes, because I know her and she's a very good doctor. And he goes, no. She goes, but she's on the court's list. He said, I don't care. He said, we're going to be biased. He was like, I'm going to pick the doctor. So he picked another doctor.
He going to be biased or unbiased?
I mean, unbiased.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. So we get outside. It's all over with. We get outside. Miss Shenette, the uncle comes out. He was like, ain't nobody going to say a effing thing to me. I'm going to tell you that right now. I see y'all ain't talking to me. Huh? Miss Shenette goes, excuse me, I got one question for you. And he come walking over there like I thought he was going to beat the crap out of Miss Shenette. He said, and what is that? She goes, why did you put me in the category with them? You said them, you wanted nothing to do with. Why? He said, because that one right there, and pointed at me, it said busted into a press conference uninvited and was videotaping. She goes, and did Amina not put it out to the public? And he was like, yes, she did, but it was invite only. He goes, and then the little smart ASS wants to say, I have my sources, and then wouldn't tell us how she found out. I was like, and did you think I was going to tell you? So then Miss Shenette and the uncle was going back and forth. And so he goes, well, that's my nephew, talking about Cody. Well, that's my nephew, and his father's been accused of killing him. And, y'all don't know my nephew. I was like, do you know him? When is the last time you've seen Cody? Didn't you state, or didn't your wife state 2 years ago? Do you know the baby? What's his favorite color? And then Miss Shenette pushed me away, and I walked away. When all that happened, all 3 news channels are come running over to her. You got to look at that Road Alive, because you'll hear everything.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so everybody, but nothing happened in court, but another court date.
But just another court date.
And he didn't show up physically. He was on the screen.
And Dudu Brown says that from here on out, he wants his client in the courtroom.
Yeah, but he has a right. He don't have to if he don't want to.
And Corey is dreaming that his children are tapping on the jail glass.
He said that he's dreaming that his kids is tapping on the jail glass.
Yes, and that he has a machine in his head that won't cut off. Yes. And so they offered him medical treatment. He refused the medical treatment. Then he tells the doctor he never asked for, or he never refused anything, and he never said that his children was tapping on the windows at him. But the sheriffs at the jail reported that, and that he was hoarding medication. So,
Well,
and then that's when they put him on suicide watch, was when he was hoarding the medication.
well, he is crazy now.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have some mental issues going on. But he still needs to be locked up for a while because
Yes.
he's done something, allegedly done something to this baby, and we're still looking for the baby.
Okay, I didn't know if you got the did you get the news report that I sent you from Chief Albert when he said that Cody was dead?
When lately?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you. Okay, we did the visual on Monday night.
Right.
That's when they went over and they had an interview with him Monday night, and he states that Cody is dead.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I will check it out and look at it again.
Yeah, there's two different interviews with Chief Albert.
Okay. And you sent them both?
I believe I did.
Okay.
And then I sent you pictures and videos and stuff like that from the candlelight vigil too.
Yeah, I seen the candlelight vigil. I mean, I seen what you sent, and then I actually went on the live. Well, not the live, but I went on the channel, and because when you send it through email, it's kind of choppy. So I wanted to see the actual, and it was beautiful. You guys did a really good job.
Oh, it was amazing, especially when they lit that lantern. And that lantern went up. That was the most amazing thing.
Yeah, it sent chills.
It did. Everybody started crying. Everybody. Joe from Water TV. Everybody.
Yeah, and and I don't think people understand this, but one good thing, because there's got to be something good come out of this, and I don't know what good is, but people are coming together.
Something good has came out of this, and we all agreed upon this at the candlelight vigil. Even him, and you know who him is.
Mm-hmm.
We have all vowed that we are going to do our searches together.
Well,
because the more we have, the more it's going to be able to work. You know, so we're all going to take a class with Joe about how we can distinguish between animal, human, and then different types of the decomposing of the skin and stuff like that.
Right. And you know what? I'm going to say this because people think that this is, you do something for one day, or you do something once every 5, 7, 8 months or whatever. When you kind of get off into search, rescue, advocating, being a spokesperson, and things of that nature, it literally takes over your life. And I mean, even when people don't see you doing one thing, there's other stuff that's being just like Diesel. It's not only financially, but I mean, my whole life has to change now because I have to take care of him so that he can. And how do you teach a dog to search for people?
Yeah.
It's not a one day class. It's a lifestyle that now you have to change your lifestyle so that this dog can do that. And so
but it's I mean, like I said, we're supposed to be doing that February the 11th, and then we're headed to Colonial Heights, DC.
Colonial Heights for what?
Because that's where the whole family lives now. Search for Cody.
Yeah. This is sad that they have not found him, but I felt like they was not going to, because he was probably taken to a trash facility, a trash dump or whatever, and it been a long time ago, and that trash is gone.
Oh yeah.
And that's that. It's not like they're smart or intelligent. They just did not report him missing. So now to try to go back to find that, it's been a year. Okay, because I even thought to myself, I said, you know what? January the 31st came and it passed. It's a whole year when he was reported missing.
A whole year.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And that's what I told the news reporter yesterday. It was like, I never thought last year that we would be here a year today still with no answers on where Cody's at.
Right.
You know, and he was like, well, what are y'all going to do? I was like, we're going to continue doing what we've been doing. We're not giving up.
That's why the sister said, if he did do something, you need to show her the evidence. She already know you can't find the evidence because the evidence been gone a long time ago. Nobody's seen that baby. And
because, I mean, Chief said that that they're still right now combing through all the evidence, and more arrests are going to be made.
Yeah.
Because Angelina's husband dropped off the radar, and then they picked him back up close to the border.
Yeah, I heard all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know.
He's adamant. He's adamant that Cody was, was sold. And we were like, then why are you still searching?
He said that Cody was sold.
Yeah, said that Cody was sold.
Let me.
By Ricardo.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that's what Joe's thinking.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
and everybody has their own opinion. That's
correct.
I was talking to a young lady the other day. We were talking about the Tyree's case, and they had brought up the situation where Tyree, they were saying something about Tyree, and the police officer were getting into it about the woman that and the baby and all this other stuff, and the picture was taken. And I said, I already talked to the father about that. I asked him questions. You wasn't around when I asked those questions. You would have heard what he said. It's like, back off of that narrative. That is not so, because there's other things. And this, and I love her and everything, but I mean, she was like, no, SP, so, when we watch these channels and they have a narrative out there, and, just because it fits in every square and box doesn't mean that's what it is. And it does more damage to cases throwing a narrative out there that is not so. And I tried to explain to her that we don't mind you speaking on something, but and anybody that talks about something, they want to come out with it like, oh, they know for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I asked the father 2 or 3 times, and I mean, because like I told her, when it was told to me, it fit and it made sense.
Right.
What? Because like, so if cars stop you, that normally is not even supposed to stop vehicles. I mean, it was an unmarked police car. It's like a Charger or something.
Uh-huh.
And he throws his lights on and you pull over, and he doesn't even ask for your license, registration, and all of that. He pulls you out the car. You're wondering what's going on. Make that make sense. Like, why would you stop this particular car? And then you came up. You didn't know if this was the mayor's child. You came up and start pulling him out the car. So the other guy comes, and now he's tasing you.
That whole situation right there is so sad. So sad.
So you look at the situation, you go, did you know this kid? Mm-hmm. And my understanding is, no, you don't know this kid. Mm-hmm. So what would make you do someone of this nature like this? First of all, it's got to be a habit of you doing stuff to certain race of people.
Yes.
And why would you be doing this? Because you were looking for drugs. It didn't matter It was a black man driving a car, a BMW, black man with a job, black man with a car, black man driving. You're going to stop him and you're looking for, because you're thinking, because you are African American yourself, you're thinking, we all do the drugs. Being young, got a car. What you got a car? So people don't want to look at it like that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense. This is what you guys been doing. You've been taking the drug dealers and the drug addicts, drugs, guns, and all this other stuff, stopping them at random. You didn't care who it was. As long as they were black, you know that they was not going to tell and call it in because they probably car is not insured. Probably they just got high. They probably have a warrant or whatever.
Yeah. Well, SK, I just pulled up at work. I wanted to call in real quick to give you that little update. And I'll talk to you soon.
All righty.
More things.
All righty. You take it easy.
All right. You too.
So anyway, you guys, people don't want to understand that this is exactly what it is. The only problem I got is now that it is nationwide known on every social media, people seen the video, you know, they seen the video of George Floyd. They rioted, and I mean, it was almost like World War II. And here we are again. Same situation, different day, different kid. Only things that are the same: male, black. It's crazy. I didn't know what that noise was. Let me get this off of here. So, I'm sorry to hear that, Soldier Girl. Exactly. Lord footage. Unarmed black male. Sometimes it's an unarmed black female. You know. What do you tell your kids? Or, you know, if you got a son in his 20s right now, most of you women in here got a kid in his 20s. I guarantee you that. You guys are about the same age as me. You are. Or a little bit older, a little bit younger. But I bet you got a child in his 20s. Put a one in the chat. But, I mean, especially if it's a boy in his 20s. You ain't got to say his name. You ain't got to say his age or anything. If you've got a son in his 20s, put a one in the chat. I've got a son, same age as this young man. Same age. And we teach our kids, okay, the police stop you. We hope and pray they put their hands on the wheel. You got your license, your insurance, your registration. She said, I have sons 30 and 21. Yeah, I have a son. Margie do. Lisa Taylor do. Soldier Girl do. I know people. Cherie do. See? Mildred do. I do. You cannot tell me for one moment this young lady losing her child out the blue. The pain, the anger, the frustration. She said, I can't get a kiss. I can't get a hug. He normally comes in, say, good morning, parents. She won't hear his voice no more. All because, why? It's not because these cops hate black people. It's not hate, you guys. I know you guys think it's hate. It's not hate. Cherie says she got a grandson, 28. It's not hate. It's not hate. The way he had a broken shoulder, broken spine, broken neck, broke a frontal lobe, broken nose. That wasn't hate. That was rage. That's right. Because this is not something, okay, if he had a broken shoulder or something and, they hit him a couple of times and, he got a couple of bruises on him, that tells you that's a one-time thing, like maybe they just got out of hand or something, a little bit of force or something. I can understand it. But for this young lad, you know what? I don't change the thumbnail. You see it. I want you to see it. They kicked him like a football. They beat him like a piñata. And they were sitting there talking about it like this was like, that mother effer was taking it. That mother effer this, that. Police. Just their words. How they were boasting about how they hit him and kicked him and tased him and sprayed him and all of that. Did you see this? Did you see me, man? Did you see this man? And Preston, I hope they stumped his ass. Because you know what? That's what you wanted. And they knew that's what you wanted. Because those cops were dirty. And they've been dirty. But guess what? The police know that they dirty. Because if you don't do something to dirty cops and you invite them to the family gatherings, and anytime you need something, you call them, and they do little stuff and things like that. And the only thing you got to do is call Scorpions. Call the Scorpions. We get the job done. Oh, you got a problem? Call the Scorpions. They can't get in trouble. Who you gonna call? We are the police. Being captive in your own state by the police. Crazy. It doesn't even make sense. Okay, so you get stopped. Police pull you out the car, start hitting you in the head, bang, 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 kicking you and stuff. You trying to run for your life because that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And now he's in the wrong because he shouldn't be running for his life. So they put an APB out on this man. Done, now he got other charges. They're racking him up. Yeah. Resisting arrest. Oh, yeah, he went after my gun. Did you see that? Did you see that? He went after my gun. Thank you, Purple D. Thank you, Lisa Taylor. Thank you for the Poco Invaders. Yeah. All for a traffic stop. All for a traffic stop. I'm going to tell you, you guys, and I know some of you guys may not understand this. I understand it, but I don't think the world understands it. And I want to say this. The mother says something, and they tried to go there, but when you're not a real believer of the Lord, people start looking at you crazy. She said, you guys heard her. You put a 1 in the chat because you know what I'm going to say. She said her stomach was hurting. She didn't know what it was, and it was hurting. And she went in the den. And that was the pain. That's when a child not was getting beaten, you guys. I think that's when it was really over. It was the end. And people's like, oh yeah. So she said he was on a mission. He had a mission. He was sitting here for a mission. Everybody want to think something great of their kids, even especially when they die a senseless death. He didn't do anything to deserve none of this. But yeah, you get feelings. I don't know if you guys ever been through it before, but when something happened to your kid, if you're close enough, whatever, you will feel their spirit leaving. You will feel, you know what? I said this before, and I ain't gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it right now. Sometimes you know, because you know a spirit tell you what's going on. They're gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your mama, or this is happening. And nobody's gonna understand. They just gonna look at you crazy or whatever. But you know, it's not for nobody else to know. This mama said she didn't know what it was, but she know now what it was. She know. Sometimes even when they've already passed away, a smell will come across. It ain't nothing next to you. I be at work. I was like, y'all smell that? You know what I'm saying? I be driving in the car and I can smell cinnamon. I was thinking about something that my mom would always tell me. And she would always say, get that cinnamon out. And I couldn't think about what she had said because I had forgot. I said, what was it my mama would always say? And I was just driving down the street and I just turned my head. I'm driving, but I'm turning my head, cocked my head to the side. I couldn't remember. And I smelled the cinnamon come across my nose. I said that, and wasn't nobody in the car with me but me. And I smelled that cinnamon. And I'm talking like somebody was in the car with me. I'm like, that's it. Cinnamon. And I look around, ain't nobody in the car but me. At that present time, I knew that somehow, some way, spirits and things cross. And if you pay attention, if you pay attention, you'll hear it, smell it, see it, feel it, or whatever. You know? And sometimes things don't make sense. They wanted to say, well, why was he here? Because this was an innocent that passed away, died, deceased. They beat him to his demise. Well, no, he's not Jesus Christ, you guys. That's what people always start, they say, well, this is what you said. They want you to explain it. Well, if you know the Lord, there's no way to explain. It is what it is. And if you know how good God is and you know the things that you know, there's, you can see it and nobody else see it. How are you going to explain that? And people always say, well, what did it look like? And what did it sound like? And what was the smell like? And how did it feel? And all this other stuff. Because they really don't believe that. They want to see how crazy you are. Then they start saying, well, if you believe that your son is some kind of savior, the son of Jesus or God or whatever, and he died like he was some kind of God or whatever. He was a mortal or something. Like, what did he do that was so impressive? I mean, if he was sent here to just die. I mean, you guys seen the whole interview. I'm just saying. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying. I know how the world think, and you can't tell the world everything. You can't. You know? And it's all connected. And whoever, God chooses to do whatever or whatever happens, it happens. She's okay. She's not okay with her child dying. Of course not. Nobody's okay with that. Nobody wants that. Everybody want to make it to heaven, but nobody want to die. Nobody want the kids to die. They don't want the mama to die. They don't want the dog to die. And I'm not just saying that because, I mean, but one good thing that it does help when you are a Christian is knowing that you will see them again and that they, with the Lord, or they've been with the Lord, or they're in the holding place waiting for the time or whatever you choose to believe, whatever. But that's the good thing about that. If you don't believe that, then it's over for you. It's over for you. It's over for anything. So that's why you're miserable. This young lady, I say young, I think she's older than me. She's in a good place. You could tell she's a God-fearing woman. But be very gentle with her, you guys. So when you hear these rumors about this and that, remember, this is somebody's child. And it don't help to have these false rumors about your child. Nobody want to hear that. Don't come to people and ask them to talk to you, and then the minute you hear something crazy or something, ask them the question. Just ask them. And I did. I was like, hey, I heard this. I asked the father. I was like, hey, And he said, no, okay. You don't keep, just because people put out a narrative. And you guys are going to have to remember something. I get it. I understand. I see it all the time. You see these channels and they got 100,000 people in the channel and stuff. There's a reason for that. People like the drama and the chaos and the confusion. Think about it. They like it. It's like, it's adrenaline. That's what we get off on now. You're not even going to watch a TV show if you don't have drama and chaos and confusion, and you got to figure it out, and then it's all making sense, and now you feel some kind of way. It's not like that in the real world. God is not the author of confusion and chaos. He's not. So that's the first way you can tell something's wrong. You go to the person and you ask them the question, is this true? Did your son, did he get hit and beat because the police and baby mama, he was trying to talk to him and da-da-da-da-da, because somebody said they was taking pictures, and I did see the picture was taken. So it does make sense to me. And you can't really get it out of my head. And he said no. I don't know. 3 or 4 people was here when they heard him say no. Don't go chasing, running that around. The more you chase and run that around, you do no help for this family. They don't want to hear that stuff. Crazy, stupid stuff. Ain't nobody. See, one thing about it, they were done wrong. But this family ain't going to try to get, you know what? They showed a picture of what he looks like. They didn't doctor the picture up or anything. They telling the story. They're asking the question. They don't have to do nothing illegal, wrong, put a lie out there. Because once you start telling a lie, you got to continue to tell the lie. They want them to start picking up stuff and all that other stuff. Hey, SP, I believe Cabo 6 was trying to make a baddie club. Episode. Anyway, crazy. He said, and he also said he talked much because he said he can't talk. Yeah, he can't talk much because of the attorney. And then you guys understand that we have a family member, and I'm not saying it's just a little family member. This family been with us for a long time and very, very supportive of this channel. Very supportive. I mean, you know, there's some people that's like, I'm a Warriors for Children. I'm a W4C. You know what I'm saying? When I say support, I mean support all the way around. That that's close to this. That's in that wear blue. That know. That's down there in Memphis. So I'm gonna trust that when he told me that, and she told me what she told me, we back off of it and give them the respect. I don't care if there's 10 people in here. I don't want to spread rumors and lies and false crap about somebody's dead child. It's freaking unbelievable. People will do that. I work 3 jobs. I don't have to do that, and I'm not going to do that. No, I wouldn't do that for somebody that I didn't care about. Let alone, I'm looking at this kid like he's my child. And if half of you guys look at this child like he's your child, you wouldn't say the things you say and do the things you do. You'll have a little bit more compassion. This is a mama. And anytime she said something about her kid, she put a smile on her face. That smile is hard for her to smile, but she was trying to remember. He would come in the house and say, "Good morning, parents." She would start smiling. He had his name tattooed on his arm. What child do that? When she talks about her child, she's in a happy place. She's in a happy place. It takes one word and people break down. They say, your child said, "Mama, mama, mama." Did she just, she just start crying. You know, you'd be like, "Oh, Lord, I just said the wrong thing." You know what I'm saying? Thin line. Of course, we're going to follow every lead because we don't never want to get left behind. We're going to do that. And I expect all the researchers that research, I'm not knocking nobody or anything. But sometimes I tell people, and I tell them, I say, don't come with that. Because you come with that, I am going to break it down because we're not about that over here. We're just not. And, you know, I rather just come on here and we all talk about our feelings. If we can help a mother, we can help her. I was thinking about sending her, because we got her address. I was thinking about sending her some flowers from us, you know, in a card. You guys, What do you think? You know? I mean, only thing we got to do is just do it. I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We already got it. We ain't got to go take up no collection and all of that other stuff, you guys. We good. So, so I'm trying to figure out a way that everybody can sign it, you know. And that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about it for 2 or 3 days. But that's what I've been thinking about. Like, how can I get everybody that can sign it? I don't want to sign your name. I don't want to just say da 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 da. I mean, it's just always means something when everybody can sign it or something. Sign it, you know. You know. Those officers was totally out of line telling her he was stopped for a DUI. Exactly. Let me get my Cash App added to my account and I'll donate. Oh, thank you. Oh, Soldier Girl. Y'all don't start. I told you we already got it covered. Y'all like, okay, let me just start donating now. No, I'm just saying, you know, it would just be nice that everybody can sign it. That just, you can just say from all of us, from Warriors for Children, electronic signatures, then print it out. Huh? Electronic signatures? What do you mean electronic signature? Okay, you know what? I think, remember when we had a young lady and she went from California to Las Vegas and she, you know, we was telling her to go get, you know, some billboard things and Amari, and she went down there and people were saying what they wanted her to put on there. That went well. I think that's a great idea, SP, to lift up her spirits. Yeah, we could sign it if we wait at least 3 weeks after the crowd has left. Huh? What crowd? We can sign it if we wait at least 3 weeks after the crowd has left. What crowd you talking about? Ain't nobody. You know what? Here's the thing. Normally, when families go through something like this, like the Aubrey case and the Breonna case and the George Floyd case, the family is untouchable. You cannot even get close to them. You can't call them. They're not going to call you back. They're not going to answer your phone call. They're not going to speak to you. This is not the case here. Read my previous message, SP. Shut up. I said, okay, I'm going to read it. Hold on. Let me go up. Because I miss a lot. You said, thank you, Soldier Girl. Maybe send flowers a little later. I'm sure she'll getting them a little later. She looks tired. Yeah, I thought about sending it. Later. I mean, her child passed away. What was it, like January the 10th? It's already February. She said, go ahead and send it. Girl, if you don't stop. Sonya said, leave me alone. And Miss Philly G said, Sanja, I get what you're saying. I mean, sometimes, you know, it's only just like a phone call. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it made me feel good when people, even though that I don't know them or they had called or something, and let them know that, you know, like, it's nothing we can do. keep you in our prayers. But we want you to know that, somebody told me that they had a GoFundMe and they up in the millions in the GoFundMe. It's not she know us. She just said she hasn't had time to grieve. Yeah. Of course, it's been a whole month. She still haven't had time to grieve. And I'm going to tell you something. Because you guys, we're 55 minutes, but send an eatable arrangements from the channel. You know what? I thought about that too, Miss Dee Dee. My daughter loved when I sent her an eatable arrangement. See, and I'm trying to think about her son. She liked it, little stuff. Wasn't something big. You can tell this woman wasn't, oh, you got to go buy me this or buy me that. She loved that her son put his name on his shoulder. That right there, she talking about he got a beautiful smile. She had a beautiful smile every time. I done seen her say it 3 times. And every time she say it, she just starts smiling. She said, everybody say they got good kid, good son. But she said her son was good. He was good. He really was good. You can't tell that mama nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And and out of all of this, she said, make a virtual card online and we can sign it electronically. Then you can print the card out on your printer. See, Lord footage. I don't know nothing about a virtual card. I'm not that all, understanding when it comes to virtual cards and all of that. And how you gonna sign it. And I've never done that before. I don't even know. I don't even have a printer, but I'm pretty sure I could print it if I can even get to, A, B. You got A, B, C, and D. If I can get A and B, then yeah, I can do C and D. So she knows her son truly will never die. Yes. Are we doing it for our channel or her? She looks tired. My heart is heavy for her. Well, we're definitely not doing it for our channel because it does nothing for our channel as far as, or what, usually to say for our channel, we're not going to gain anything by it. But I'm just saying for her. Because, when the smoke clears, who really sent cards and called? Who really did? Everybody wanted an interview. Everybody wanted to talk. And you know what people usually do? They go on about their business. It's been a whole month. I mean, we were told actually even to, yes, when the smoke clears, we was actually told to, the pressure, like don't even put no pressure on them. And I was like, okay, we're not gonna put no pressure on them. We'll send some flowers. It's not gonna hurt to send flowers in from all of us. Nothing huge or anything like that. Just a bouquet of flowers or some eatable arrangements or something. And just tell her that, she's in our prayers. Because it do make people feel better when they know, other people that all across the world is praying for them. Some people say they pray, but they don't. Yeah. So the only thing that I can do right now is cry and pray. One of my sisters wrote a beautiful poem. It is called going home. The only thing that I can do right now is pray, cry, and go to work. Yeah, so, and some people, they don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, we'll do it later. And then later never comes. I had a neighbor 16 years ago whose son lived right next to me, but her other son was tased to death by police, and to witness the devastation is heartbreaking. Now, have you guys noticed something? I don't have my picture up here, and it didn't stop and pause at all this time. See what I'm saying? Hey, Candy, how you doing? Hey, Valerie, what's going on? So, you guys, I just wanted to know that she's in our prayers and stuff, and so we are going to do that. And I'm not going to want nobody to get mad or nothing. We're not going to say when we're going to do it, because some people's like, do it later. And then some people's like, do it now. And some people feel some kind of way about do it later. She's grieving. What do you mean? This is about the grieving process. I mean, I don't know. And then some people's like, I don't know. It get mixed up with everybody else's stuff. I don't know, but. And then, maybe it may not mean a lot when you got 20 of them come in from people you don't know. And then one day, after all the smoke cleared, there's a little bouquet that shows up. And, yeah. SP, do it. Don't say that, just suggestion. Yeah, we're going to do it, but I'm just saying, I don't know when, but it will be done. I just don't know when. Yeah. They just had a funeral today and everything. I was surprised that they didn't even have the funeral yet. I think some condolences will touch her more, like, since we have spoken with family, it will mean a lot to her. Hopefully she will find some comfort. Yeah. Thank you. I will, Tina. Yeah, because my daughter's birthday was a couple of months ago. And you know what? I sent her a bouquet, and I normally don't do stuff like that. But I sent her a bouquet, and there was the eatable arrangements, and then it was some chocolate, strawberries, and I don't know if she liked stuff like that or whatever. So I didn't get her a big one. It was probably about 4 or 6 of them, because it's $50-$70 or whatever. And then they took it to her job, and she called me, and she was just like, and she's like, Mama, them strawberries, they were good. I was like, really? She was like, but it was only about 4. But I mean, she was happy that it was more of the thought. You know what I'm saying? Like the thought, and then other people seeing that somebody cared about her on her birthday. Then I ended up showing up at her lunchtime and we wasn't going to take out to eat, but we spent some time together, and we were just dancing in the car and things like that, stuff like that, you guys. They had to wait for the release of the body from the state's custody. Wow. Yeah. But if any of you guys got any suggestions, you can text me and we'll work it out. We will work it out. Not that, so we will be back on Friday, and we're still working on some technical stuff, and it was beautiful. Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, the whole family. It was beautiful. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it tonight. Was it beautiful? Huh. And I heard that he has other siblings. I've seen a man and I've seen a female, so I do believe it's a brother and a sister. But anyway, you guys, one other thing before we get off of here, I want to say, because I'm not understanding, and hopefully you guys can have some answers for me Friday, because even after all of this, I'm wondering, where's the change? Because we do all of this. 2 brothers and 2 sisters, thank you. Okay, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, okay. We do all of this, and we carry it in our heart, and we say, oh, this is so terrible, and then they talking about reforming the police, and this is a blueprint, and all of that's great. And they responded so quick and so fast, and the charges came, and all of that. And then it happens again. And the family say, no violence. Of course you're going to say no violence. You don't want somebody else child dying, being foolish out there, because they will kill them. Everyone have a blessed. Okay, Freddie. Zena says, I get that smell too. It was a perfume when I was 8 years old in my house where my sister was killed. So what I'm just saying is, we can't do too much, but we sure can pray. We can do that, you guys. We can pray. And we'll send the flowers. But I wonder what the change gonna be. Everybody went and they donate the money. So I mean, that's comforting. And it is. Trust me, $1 million, yeah, it's very comforting. Because maybe now her husband can retire, and if they needed a car or they wanted another house or to just get away, they can be okay. She'll never be okay, but you know what I'm saying? Because her son is gone. She's never going to be okay. But it's going to happen to another black man. And it ain't going to be long from now. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist. Oh, I deal with this. No, it is. Because we talk about it. They put it on the news. Everybody's aware of it. Nobody wants to talk about what really is going on. Money, drugs, and power. That's what it is. I plead blood. It ain't going to happen, SP. Yeah, it is. This is a dualistic world. They didn't learn from the first time. The next time, they're going to cover up the cameras, or they're going to break the cameras. Or you're going to have to find the cameras. Somebody turned the cameras off. Somebody hit the cameras. Whatever. It might even be live. You don't need a camera. It might just be live, and everybody like, oh my God. And you see it live. You understand? See what I'm saying? I mean, it gets to a point of what else can you do? You done got pictures. Now you got cameras and you got video. Okay. You guys, do you think that they don't know? Like, oh my God, these 5 cops. It wasn't 5. It was more than 5. Oh my God, look what they did. And it was horrific. What are you talking about? These Scorpion unit you guys put together, you knew what they were doing. I hold the state accountable. I'm just being honest. Better be glad it's not my child, because that's what I would have said. They would have said, no. Now, I'm talking crazy right now, but I'm just saying. But anyway, I would have been like, they would have been like, tell the people no violence. I would have said, nope. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, no, make some changes. No, don't tell me that we don't need no innocent blood. The innocent blood done already shed. Make the changes. So don't sit there and just say some stuff like, oh, my child did not die in vain. Your child died in vain. Guess what? There's going to be another one next month. And the only thing that's going to literally happen is you're going to get a big payment from the state, and everybody's going to go about their business until the next Tyree, the next George, the next Michael, the next Tyree, the next. I'm just being honest. There's nothing changed. Oh, we're talking about reform. How much reform and training you going to do? How much reform and training you going to do? First of all, when you train these people, you need to make sure that they don't have no hostile anger in them. You know, where their sister got raped when she was 10 and it was supposed to be in the neighbor black kid or something, and then now you're the police officer, so everybody getting your contact, you right, you know, and they come up with black eyes and broken legs and stuff, and you be like, well, you know, we need to reform. We need to reform, retrain. No, what you need to do is evaluate these people that you're making police. You can't put no cray in a police uniform and call it a good day. Only thing you did is gave them a name, Scorpion. And they was like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stop anything that's black that's got a car. BMWs. We're going to stop them. We're not going to ask questions. And if they don't show us where the drugs is, we're going to beat it out of them. Think about that, because that makes more sense than all this other crazy stuff. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Lisa said, sad but true. Oh, no. She said there will never be reform when you have politicians who are turning a blind eye. I know. We were told it's more people that got their hand in the cookie jar. So when somebody try to make it seem like a baby and a girl and all of this, let me tell you something. They beat that young man to an unbelievable state. Think about what I'm saying, you guys. Unbelievable state. Why? Then they turn around and say, when they stopped him, they wasn't trying to kill him. You was not trying to kill this kid. Think about it. This is what the attorney said. I think it was Demetrius' attorney. I don't know whose attorney it was. I don't care. It was one of their attorneys said they didn't mean to kill him. You did not mean to kill him. He got a broken shoulder. Shoulder, you guys. That's a very strong bone. Your shoulder is a very strong bone. Broken spine. That's your backbone. Broke. Not one place, many places. Broken nose. Broken frontal lobe. That's your skull. There's no way in the world. This man was in so much. This was painful. This was brutal. This was brutal. I ain't even seen the video, and I don't have to. I'm just when she was telling me all the the wounds and the beating was not that long. 2-3 minutes getting beat is a long time, but you know what I'm saying? I seen somebody run up and kick like they were in the Super Bowl. I mean, I was like, that's the only thing I really seen. And I was done. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Okay. Lights out. Goodbye. Anyway, I don't want to see no more. Pure evil. Yeah. Yeah, soldier girl. Pure evil. We got to stay prayed up. Yeah. I don't wish this on somebody I don't even like. And, this is why the mother, when she hears about it, she gets to crying because she can picture it. She can picture it. That's why sometimes I try to tell y'all what I'm saying. Just don't say it. Picture what you're saying. So when you start spreading the narrative, spread the truth. This family don't need all that other stuff. You want to do them a service. If the father said it ain't got nothing to do with no baby mama drama bull and all this other stuff, okay, let's leave it alone. We're going to respect that. ASP did an autopsy come in for Tyree? Evidently, it must have. They're having his service today. Yes, Diane. What we all need to do is stay online. He's calling out to God because prayer changes things. If it didn't, God want tell us to pray. He give us our weapons and tools to use, and we need to use them. Yes, we do. I haven't seen any of it, and I don't plan on seeing it. Yeah. Well, when you know what, I like showing y'all that skateboard when he's on the skateboard because he was just happy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing else in the world. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I know I recorded it, the music too loud. I wasn't trying to do that, you guys, but just turn it down. I'll play it and we're out of here. I'll see you guys Friday. But just look how free spirit he is. It's like that's his outlet.